How you guys doing? Good? All right, fire away.
Kris Richard was such a big part of that first match. When you used him how big of a loss is he to not have him?
Well, I think he'll be a big loss for any football team not to have him. I mean, he's ours. We haven't been playing with him for the past few weeks, and we got guys out there that can get the job done. So what we call upon our guys to do, we fully anticipate them to go out there and execute our plan to the fullest T.
On the other side of that, you didn't have Cam the last time. You do now. Just communication-wise, how big is he? Just the experience he has in that defense.
Yeah, it's always huge. Yeah, any time that a safety goes down that you've been accustomed to playing with for such a long time, it makes a difference. Again, having him back out there is huge. There's no doubt. I mean, aside from him, Frank Clark is going to be back out there. We'll have Michael Morgan. He'll be back out there. And then hopefully we'll be able to finish with Michael Bennett. So it's good to have all our guys back. Again, unfortunately, Earl won't be there. But as I said, we got to keep rolling.
Kris, when you look at the tape of Matt Ryan, what is the first thing that jumps out to you when you watch him?
It's the efficiency. He has a really good feel for the offense. He's got a lot of confidence in his arm. Obviously, he's got a really good wide receiver to throw to. That he can really, essentially, he can put the ball sort of anywhere, and that guy's going to go up and contest for it. So, you could just tell, like he's exuding confidence. The play calling is really good. It's fluidity in the offense. They stay on schedule, and again, it'll be a good challenge.
How do you slow down a quarterback that's playing that well?
You put him on the ground.
He did that pretty well the first time. He pressured him quite a bit. What was the key to getting to the pressure on him?
Situation. It's a situation. So that's obviously, it's always going to dictate how we're going to expect our guys to line up and execute.
Hey, Kris, how do you stop the run from each of the individual unit, the D-line, the middle linebackers, and then yet as a team? How do you do that?
It's gap accountability. I said you got to know your fit and make your hits. As simple as that.
KJ said that he thought that Freeman and Coleman might be the best running backs he's seen in 6 years playing. What makes them stand out? Do you think that that's a pretty obvious distinction?
Yeah, they're good backs. There's no doubt. Again, both of them are they're really good receivers out of the backfield first and foremost. So you have to absolutely know where they are on the field at all times. They can empty out of the backfield, run good routes. They have really good hands. Both of them have really good vision, good speed. They're elusive, and they do well run after contact. So you're talking about a bunch of guys that run with attitude, that are essentially kind of the full package type back.
Pete was saying that sometimes when you go up against a coach who knows you so well, you can overthink some things. How do you guard against that this week?
I think that's a good question for them too, because they think they know us as well. I said we just got to stay true to who we are. I said it's always always the idea. It's that football. The worst thing you want to do in football is overthink. They know this, they know that. Well, we know them too. So it's sort of the idea to where we just have to go out there, align, and execute.
How unique is how they use their tight ends and multiple? Usually you see 3 tight ends, you think in power, they're coming at you.
Right, that's it. No question. They have a knack for putting a lot of tight ends out there, more specifically 3 of them. And I say you got to be prepared. Every time they put those big guys out there, they're looking to throw the football deep. Typically, that's it. They want you to run more big guys out there, think hunker down. Here we go, run the ball, 3 yards, cloud of dust, and that's not the case. Same idea. When they get to empty, they empty out the backfield, better be prepared for seams. They put 3 tight ends out there, you better be prepared for seams.
Is that unique in the league? Only offense that does it that way?
No, they're not. It's just they're notable. They're notable for it. But a lot of teams in the NFL, they certainly like to do that.
You had Richard on under Julio Jones quite a bit in the first game. How did you assess that, I guess, and how tempting is that to want to keep doing that again in this game?
Well, like I said, it's tempting, but like I said, we're not too sure. I said we want to make sure that, again, we stay locked in. Obviously, it's still a great matchup. There's no doubt about it. But I said we want to just go out there and do what we're accustomed to doing.
He kept them really in check for 3 of those 4 quarters. What worked so well in those stretch where you really
It was just us staying true to who we are. That's really what it came down to, us and our level of execution. And really, it was just taking our game plan to the field and just doing what we know how to do.
What have you seen from Steven Turner last week, but also just ever since he's started playing?
The consistency of his play has been getting better and better each and every single game that he's been out there. I'd say we ask a lot of our guys playing in the middle of the field. I'd say you are our umbrella. I'd say you are our last chance. And He stood up. He's been standing up, and he's had some really good plays for us. So again, the fact that he's getting better consistently is very promising.
That position and what you asked them to do as far as being the last line of defense, is there always kind of an ongoing battle against being disciplined but also wanting to make sure?
Sure, no question. That's it. The plays that you're supposed to make will come to you. And I think that's true for any position out there on defense. You have to fight that feeling to go out there and try to make something happen. So you don't make anything happen out there. If you just stay true, execute the defense, the plays typically end up coming to you.
Anything else, guys?
The Bills made it known that you interviewed with them. What was that experience like, and for a coach at your relatively younger age?
It was a great experience. Again, the guys that I were in there with and gals were fantastic. They're really good human beings. I said it felt good. Kind of felt good to kind of piece everything together, create your formula, your philosophy, your ideas, and it was just an awesome experience. So I'm very grateful.
What did you learn about yourself doing that?
I'm ready.
Do you have like a binder or some type of? I mean, when did you start to put materials together for when this opportunity started?
2010. That's it. I would say probably one of the best things that Coach Carroll has done for us as a staff is that he's challenged us to personally come up with a philosophy, create an identity for if you are ever presented with an opportunity that you know what you want to do, you know who you are. So that's really what it is. I said you got to go on the road and you have to search and you have to recognize and figure out who you are, what you want your football team to be, and how would you do it. So he's challenged us with that each and every single year. And again, since 2010. So I've been preparing for a while.
That was your first head coach interview?
It was, yes.
How you thought it would be, or
Yeah. So you sit down and really what you're trying to do is just a conversation. It's just like we're talking right now, except you're asking me, what is my philosophy? You know, like how would I handle certain situations and things of that nature. So pour it all out there. Like I said, you do your best. You trust God to do the rest.
Kris, from Gus to Dan to you, the internal ladder that's elevated you up to this point right now. Who's the next guy? Who's the next guy on any team on the defensive side of the ball? Because that sort of thing.
I think we have a lot of guys. That's it. I truly believe we have an embarrassment of riches. Our coaches are good men, first and foremost, and I think you can just kind of go down the list if you like. You know, I said Travis Jones, bam, well on his way. We got Michael Barrow, well on his way. Andre Curtis, well on his way. It's like all these guys understand people first and foremost. Like I said, we always have to remember that. Yeah, we love to talk about the X's and O's, but the X's and O's don't move. It's the Jimmys and Joes. Those are the guys that move, and this is a people business, and those are the things that are most important. Is how do you communicate? How can you relay information? And how do you treat people? And our guys do a fantastic job of it.
anything else, guys?
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.